All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tuesday Q&A session. We're back on Zoom. Um, and yeah, I don't think that we have anything. I don't think we have a theme for today. I think we're still just open questions. And so back to how it used to be. Go ahead and hit the react button and then raise your hand and then go ahead and call on you and unmute yourself and then we'll proceed from there. Should I just call on you, Aaron?
Can you hear me?
Yep, gotcha.
Okay. Uh, so we have a question about adding pictures. I know you could set up a webcam and add pictures to the system, but if we want uh, a situation that we had is we have a wedding dress that has a couple holes in it and we wanted to note it on the account and get some pictures of it on the system.
Mhm.
How do we do that if we don't have a webcam set up? Is there a way to do it through the delivery app? Is there some type of app that allows us to take a picture with the cell phone and get it over to the person's account?
Yeah, you could use the delivery app, but that would be mainly for any deliveries that you're doing, right? You would have to have it be a stop on there, so that way you can
Okay.
add it. Um, Trying to think of a easy method without having a camera on the actual computer itself.
I mean, if there's a way to do that, when we note a spot or we note damage on a garment or something, there's a easy, because, webcams, like we use the camera on top of our screen sometimes, but you
Hmm.
just can't get a good picture of it. And you can with your cell phone, but there's no way to link that picture to their account really easily. If even, I can't even think of any way to do it, like non-easily or in a difficult way. But if there was a way to solve that, so that our employees could even get a picture over from their personal cell phones when that happens. That would be
I
cool.
guess the only thing that I could think of would be to take a picture, email it to yourself, and then attempt to put it into the notes section, because ultimately you'd want to put it under the notes section for that item or that order. Because you
Is there a
can
is there
notate
a
where.
wireless, are there wireless webcams so you don't have to have a wire, so you can actually hold the camera like in an angle above the issue?
No, so what people do is they have at their detailing station they'll have like an arm, a camera arm that is above it
Uh-huh.
or off to the side, and the camera's facing down. They'll slide the whatever location or area it is. They'll slide the item underneath the camera and then take the picture.
Okay.
Um, and then they can also like extend it and make it higher, taller, depending on how big the surface is. I've also seen people where they have it stationary or like where this camera is to me right now, and I would have the garment back here and take the
Hmm.
picture of it. But there's
Okay.
nothing that's handheld or wireless unless if you're using the delivery app for deliveries
Okay.
specifically. So that's kind of a tough one.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying now it would be cool if you guys could come up with something. But
It would be, yeah, I agree.
okay. Does anybody, I have a couple other questions. Should I just go with the next one?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay. Um, so we have we're having a promotion now that when you sign up at our store, you get a $20 off coupon just for being a new customer.
Hmm.
What we're seeing is that all of our customers are getting that when they're coming into the store to sign up and becoming a new customer, but our online signups are not getting the message. And that was really the target of people that we were trying to get after, because we just got our van wrapped and there's a big thing on the side that says $20 off your first order. But those online signups are not getting the coupon. So that might
Yeah,
be
that's weird.
something
It
that we look
should.
into later or whatever, but not on this forum, but that's something that
Yeah, definitely want to look into that because it should be. I want to say it's a check box that says apply for all new customers. The only other thing that I can think of is it would have online add it themselves, but that's only for customer discounts. So, um,
is that
yeah,
something I could send a work order in, or should I poke through there and see if I could figure out what.
I'm gonna open it up really quick and just try to take a look to see if I can see anything. Just just really quickly. Is it called $20 off
Yeah,
or?
yeah, it is. New customer sign up or something, I think is what it's called.
Oh yeah, I do see. Okay, it's for marketing?
Yeah,
Okay. New customer retention or no?
I can look real quick, I think.
Oh, it doesn't say attached automatically to new customers. That's what it is. Um, if you wanted it to be automatic, but you also have it visible on the customer website and allow customers to set it themselves. Um, so I think really the last thing that you would want to do is attach to new customers automatically. Yeah.
Is that what you think is going on? Is that we just need to do that step?
Yeah, I would.
Okay,
If it was up to me, I would probably remove the allow customers to set it themselves, unless if marketing has to have that, then that would be the only reason that I would keep it. Other than that, I would just attach it.
okay.
Okay.
My daughter's writing down notes there so we can.
Okay. Denise is telling me don't uncheck anything, but um, we can check.
We did actually make a new coupon and it ended up being applied and it was several $1,000s that actually got applied to some customers and we had to go back through it.
Oh, I think I remember.
Yeah, that
I think
was
I was the one that handled that one for you guys.
yeah. So that marketing stuff can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing too. So not to scare anybody off, but
Um, yeah, I think it should be attached automatically to new customers, since that's specifically what you're trying to you know capture, and then
okay.
but everything else I would double check with marketing just to make sure that everything the way that you want it to work, it works the way that how they understand the system and how they understand what triggers what.
Okay. And did we have one more question?
One more
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Oh, scanners like the cordless wireless scanner that I think they're about $500. Are there any aftermarket or other scanners that work with the system that are less expensive? Because we have some employees that like tend to drop the scanner occasionally um,
Yeah, that does happen.
and there's
And
actually no really good way to leash. Like we attached like a rubber band around it so they could put a leash on it.
a lanyard. Yeah.
Yeah, lanyard. But they don't have a really good connection point. So
I don't remember if we still have the lanyards for them. The scanners that we sell, I just checked, they're $330 for the wireless ones, and I want to say it was like 150 or 165 for the wired ones, but um, yeah, yeah. So you could I'll tread carefully with this. You could try different scanners, but
mhm,
just keep in mind that we only support Honeywell and Symbol. So if you do buy something that's kind of off the wall, we will try our best to get it to work. But if it doesn't work at the end of the day, there's nothing that we can do about it.
okay. I'll probably just order one. But
Yeah, just make sure that scanner is a HID or keyboard emulator scanner. Your odds are better if that scanner working if it's one of those.
okay.
Keyboard emulator.
Yep.
Keyboard emulator. Okay. Will we have any more questions?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, I'm out of line now. So like anybody else, sorry to take everybody's time, but thank you.
Oh, all good. All right. And for those who jumped in here just a little bit ago, we don't have a theme as of right now, so we're just kind of taking any questions you've got, any questions, issues, comments, and yeah, go ahead, raise your hand. Looks like we got Christy, and then we'll go to Mark.
Tyler,
Hey.
can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I have a question about splitting.
All right.
One of my stores is telling me that they're ending up with a lot of single pieces, and which they find is strange because they'll maybe have one customer that came in and brought 4 pieces, and maybe they're all laundry pieces, and the way our thing is set up is 4 pieces per ticket. And for some reason, like the first one will come down and it'll put it on a ticket by itself, and then the other 3 pieces will be on a separate ticket. And then when it comes, if they're coming at different times of day, maybe they get racked at different locations, and you're sitting there spinning the racks to get 2 things. And then she said she just can't find the rhyme or reason behind it. I mean, we know how things are supposed to split by dry cleaning, laundry, that sort of stuff. And these are all heat sealed things. So if somebody if they bring in 8 pieces, right, and say they were all dry cleaning pieces, then it should be 4 on one ticket, 4 on the another. The first 4 that come down the assembly line should go on one ticket, and then the last 4 should go on, as they get in through, will go on a separate ticket. But for some unknown reason, it's even splitting it more than that, and like one piece will fly off by itself, and we're like, huh? And I'm trying to understand some of the logic behind the programming that maybe would answer that question for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I gotcha. And which location is it at?
Well, we have only one assembly station. Everything's assembled here at the plant
Oh, okay. Sorry,
for all the
saw
orders, for all the stores.
yeah, I saw 2 when I was checking. That's why I figured I would ask.
Yeah,
So
we've
is it
got the
Mid-City?
Mid-City store. We have Mid-City store, yeah, and then we have the rug plant, and one assembly station for everything.
Okay, what I'm gonna
The
do really
Mid-City
quick.
store is the one who's noticing the strangeness. And she thinks it's more recently, not like it used to not do this.
Yeah. So are you seeing it specific items, or are you just saying like you mentioned somebody brought in, 4
She,
pieces and 3 make it onto
yeah,
one, and then one is off on its own?
she
And
couldn't
then
find, she couldn't find a rhyme or reason why it would do that. Why 3 would be on one ticket, 1 would be the other, because what she's seeing is, well, wait, these all fall into the same cleaning category. So why would it do that?
mm, yeah. So sorry, I was looking at Chris here talking. It could have to do with your rack space on your price list, but that's something that we'll have to kind of dive into and look at. What would be best for us is if we had example orders so we can kind of start looking behind the scenes on stuff and see. I just looked through your ticket splitting rules. They all look good, exactly how you described, 4 for each order. So the only other thing that I can think of is if it's 2 different departments, say somebody brings in 3 dry cleaning, 1 laundry, and maybe the departments are switched, or an incorrect department is labeled under the price list. But I mean, you guys have been with us for a little bit, so I don't know if that'll be really an issue. It could be, but it's just
All
something
right,
that
I'm
we
gonna see.
just need to
Yeah,
look into it further.
I'm gonna try to get you a couple of examples that I can find that's obvious to me looking at it, that it's not breaking apart because it's a different, laundry or dry cleaning or whatever, and see if I can
Right.
find some of those, and then I'll send that to you.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, of course. All right, let's go to Mark.
Howdy,
There he is.
can you hear me? My
Yep. Hey.
apologies. Just a quick question. I noticed that there's like a new, or I'm seeing a new section in the communications channels, like something regarding my issues, like team issues, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know if that's something I toggled on or if that's something that was added. I wanted to check if you guys have any information on that.
And do you know what it was called?
Sorry, I did mute myself.
It's all
When
right.
you say what it's called, it's
Yeah.
like where I consider the subsection as issues, and then it says your issues, unassigned issues, everyone's issues, customer ticket. This
Oh,
is like
customer tickets at the bottom there.
uh when you say at the bottom, I mean customer tickets is at the bottom. This is yeah, row. This is like where the communication channels are,
Yep.
like on the left tab. Yeah. But I don't know if that section is new or not, like, because I've never had notifications there, and now I have a whole bunch of notifications. So I thought it was like an update that Smart made and added.
Yeah, it definitely it looks new. Yeah, I don't have information behind the scenes of what it entails or what it's doing. It could be our start to kind of fix issues and how they're assigned. That's what I can think of off the top of my head. I can go back in and ask some questions about it to see what's going on about it. Okay, perfect. And then I'll reach out to you if I have any updates for you on it. Oh, Aaron asked, does Smart have a recommended webcam and a sample ideal setup for adding pictures to clients' accounts? Oh, is that something we already went over, right? Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the name of the camera is. We've tested a couple other cameras for it, for taking pictures of garments. So I know that the main one that we say to use is a Logitech 1080p. It's a 90 series, something like it's a Logitech camera. We've tried using different resolution cameras and stuff like that, but we just haven't found the right one to really start recommending people because we still see some issues with it, or it isn't quite calibrated with our system. So I would definitely look at the Logitech series, and then there's a camera arm that I've sent somebody from Amazon as in just a link, and haven't had any issues with that. I would say if you do have a camera on your detailing station, there is a upcoming feature that'll be coming out that is pretty cool, just still in testing. So only some people have it at the moment. All right, let's go to Mark.
Any update on the sound on the app? I think last time I spoke with you, Tyler, you were saying there's something they were working on, like volume control and sound, like changing the scanning sound.
Yeah, yep. It's in testing. I know that. I'll have a meeting with them tomorrow to see, or I believe it'll be tomorrow to see where they are with it.
Okay.
But everything else has been going well with the new delivery app.
I actually haven't tried it since the major update that you mentioned.
Okay, gotcha. All good. Yeah, I was thinking about calling Lenny.
Hey,
Hey,
real quick, what he was I think it was Will, about those notifications. It's under it's where you get the new notifications at,
yeah, yep,
and that channel, at the bottom of that channel is the thing he was talking about, because I've got several 1, 2, 3 unassigned issues, everyone issues, and customer issues, and I'm guessing it's issues from the beginning of my service, 268, 340, and 304. So I'm guessing that's what he's talking about, because that was
yeah.
never there before.
Okay, I'm reading over it right now to see if I can get any.
Yeah, so essentially that new customer ticket issue type is a new default ticket tracker. So back then, what happened was when you used to get notification in everyone's notifications, and if you clicked on it, you have to click on it, you have to click the message, then you have to click in again to like reply to the message. The customer ticket, when you click on it the first time, it simplifies the response time to a client or to a customer. So now when you click it, you're allowed to like immediately reply versus not. That's why it was added.
So on that note there, so for me to clear this out, I gotta go back to 2022 because that's when it starts and resolve all of that. Am I correct?
What we'll do is we'll put another request in that just kind of like update it so it's actually starting off fresh as if as if it just got activated and not backdate the old stuff. So we'll just put a
That would
request
be
in for
perfect.
it.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Oh, okay. Mark, sorry.
I did come across one issue today that we haven't had before. Seems kind of like a bug, and the only thing it coincided with was these new notifications. Not that they're related at all, but we would scan a barcode for an item, a shirt, and if it had any special upcharge, it would show up twice on the clothes tracker, like on the detailing window. So, and it would charge twice. So if it was a $5 upcharge, it would show up twice on that item, and it would charge twice. So instead of upcharging 5, it would upcharge 10.
And
And
so that was
go ahead.
a special care or a surcharge?
Special care.
Okay.
And when I try to go in and just like unclick it by hand, it doesn't unclick. So it's almost like it's persisting as permanent. And so the only way I can remove that special care from the item, I would have to click the clear button, which would clear out all of the associated special cares. For example, like a crease, no crease, brand, or fabric type. And then I'd have to re-add all of them. Does that all make sense?
Yeah, yep. Can you send me any examples that you have already? And so we can take a look at it. And so whenever you're originally scanning it, are you going through and selecting the special care, or is it already prompting with 2 as soon as you scan it in?
Well, these ones were already defined, so it's they already had all the special cares associated to it. I didn't have to go in and click anything. But if you're asking when we define something, yes, we have to, select cashmere and no crease, right? It doesn't do it by default.
Right. So, okay. I'm just trying to figure out if they were already permanent, and so then when you scanned it,
They
it took a
were already
second.
permanent. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
And they
Okay.
should be
Yeah.
permanent. It's just and it wasn't consistent, like I would scan, it was for one customer, and I didn't do it myself, one of our employees did, but we scanned a shirt and it came up with one price, and we scanned the exact same type of shirts and it came up with a different price. And that reasoning is because one of the special cares had doubled. And it wasn't just the charge that doubled, but it would literally show on the detailing, like for example, if it said hanger, it would say hanger twice on that, which it shouldn't. It should only say it once, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I think
again,
I think I've
it just
seen
does
this
happen
before.
today. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think I've seen this before with a couple other companies, but it was in the past. Yeah, if you can send me over
Sure.
any examples that you have off the top of your head, that'd be
Will
good.
do. Copy.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. I think I might have lowered Aaron's hand on accident. Aaron, did you still have a?
Yeah, I did have a question. Can you hear me
Okay.
now? Okay.
Yep.
So we did the blanket promotion that you guys set up. How, I was curious how they segment the quarterly, it's a quarterly reminder. So how do they segment the actual customers that are getting that by last name or is it random? So just so we know which customers should be coming in the door.
Sure. Erin, I'm Denise. I work
Hey,
in
Denise.
marketing. Hi. Yeah. The comforter promotion changed. I don't know, can't remember how long you've been on marketing, but in the past it was one third, one third, one third once a month for a quarter. We actually changed it so that um the first comforter coupon goes out 90 days after they become a customer, and then every 90 days after that. So for all of your customers, their first time getting the promotion is 90 days from their sign up date or forced order date, that is. And then it'll keep repeating 90 days after. That way you have a steady stream of customers getting the coupon.
Okay.
So even though that won't let you like kind of predict per se, there is a method to why we do it that way. Just because before people were like bunching up, it always went out on the first for that segment. And so you'd get like all these comforters in the first like week and then nothing. And so this is meant to help you have consistent comforter all through the year.
Got you.
I did want to go back because I did look at your new customer welcome email, which is where or campaign, which is where that $20 off coupon is.
Uh-huh.
And it's a little bit confusing um, because it's almost like there's a coupon that you can kick to apply, but then you were talking about it automatically applying also, and you kind of don't want both of those things. You kind of want to decide one or the other. We can just stick with they have to click and apply it to their account. That way they, they have to take an action.
Uh-huh.
Um,
But
and
but what we're seeing is when a customer comes into the store right now, they get that automatic message that says they have a $20 coupon, they can apply it. So we're seeing that the customers that are able to apply it are customers that are coming into the store. But our online signups aren't getting that message sent to them. So they're
yeah, so I'll just double check that the route, because we have new customer store, new customer route as separate. And so
okay.
I'll make sure that they both match. But I
Okay.
just wanted to double check, are you okay with them having to click a button to apply, or
Yes.
do you want it
I
to
actually
apply?
I
Okay,
actually would prefer that than an
okay,
automatic application. Yeah.
okay, perfect. I'm going to do some little tweaks to your email and text messages for those customers for both groups. And you want the same for both, right? They both
Yes.
get $20. They'll click to apply and it'll be only used on their first order. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, I
Yes.
do have a question. What happens if someone's already had an order when they become a first customer? Is that all concurrent at the same time? Because that may be part of the problem with routes. Don't they like kind of do they make an order when they sign up? Because then they kind of have passed their
Oh,
first order
that's a good
already?
question. Well, a lot of,
No,
I mean, we probably all
Tyler's
haven't
shaking.
experienced this, but a lot of online signups you don't actually ever, they took the time to put all that information in, but you never see an order from them. So that might be the problem is that the customers obviously at the counter are dropping something off
Correct.
and the online customers aren't.
Now,
So,
we do also have a campaign that captures the customers who have signed up and not produced a first order. That's actually
okay,
a different campaign that could recapture those people.
I would
And as
love,
soon as they would have that first order, they'd never get that other campaign.
okay.
But I think you should use both just in case that route customer.
That would be beautiful,
Mhm.
actually.
Okay.
That might actually be better for us if they like sign up and then the day after they sign up, they get a message that says, "Hey, here's $20 to send the order." Because we get
Yeah.
a lot. I bet 75% of our online signups don't ever produce an order. I mean, they
Well,
take
that's why that campaign exists. A lot of people have that. They're like, yeah, sure, I'll sign up to be a customer, and then they just
yeah.
forget to create that first pickup or whatnot. So
And then $20, we went kind of big because I think that's kind of the
I think
market
that's
we're in.
good. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, if we could set that up, that would be
hmm
awesome. Is there,
Okay, I'll make some notes.
okay.
And
Our worry is that, of course, you heard earlier that we had like a snafu and we ended up giving, I think it was like $3,000 of coupons because it applied $20 to like every client in the store that had dropped
they're
off that
like,
day.
yay, we love Morels.
Oh, we kind of fixed most of it, but we did have one client that it's a fairgrounds, and we had, I don't know, we probably 20 or 30 of their executives that had dropped off that day, and they all got the $20 off. So we had to
Oh,
fix that situation. But anyways,
okay.
yeah. But if you could set that up, or if we could work together and make
Yeah,
that happen,
I'm gonna
that
make
would
some
be
notes.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get in touch with you to circle back on that.
All right. We appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right, very good. Mubin.
Hey, so I'd been speaking about this via email with someone at Smart about seeing my invoices. So, whatever I get charged for the services that Smart provides, and then the additional charges for like text messaging and so on. I'm not able to find like a simple way to just go and access that online unless I'm missing something completely.
Yeah, so I know exactly what you're talking about. So since we changed the way that we do billing, or the method of billing, now there is before you could go to the portal and then you could just go download what you had paid for, or the bills and all that. But now, because of the change, now there's a I don't want to call it a lag, but a difference in when that is posted on there. So it's not instant anymore. It takes some time for it to populate on there. I don't know the exact time frame of how long it takes, but I have brought this up before, and I think we're looking at a different method of showing our customers as to how they're being billed, or you know, a better way, I should say.
Okay. So yeah, I did receive some access to that through a link that I got.
Hmm.
But a lot of it just says imported order, which doesn't really help me identify exactly what that is. And so when it comes to sending the stuff over to my accountant, well, one, I need him to have all the invoices, and two is for him to be able to identify what it's for, so he can put it into our books,
Hmm.
and we can refer back to it for specific things.
Yeah,
So
whenever you print it, it should give you a description as to what it is. It'll say, monthly subscription fee, marketing fee, Twilio, X amount. It should be broken down, but ultimately it will say on the the customer portal side, it should say import order.
okay. So right now there's I wouldn't be able to see that or access the portal where it's not the customer portal, just my portal.
Well, what I would say is that accounting should have, or our billing department should have, a good email on file for your company, and then they should be getting automatic emails every time there is a bill put on there and whenever the charge is taken,
Okay.
or payment is taken. Sorry, yeah, but
Okay.
you should be
So
getting an email whenever that happens.
so I think there might be something that I need to correct on that regard for the billing department. Maybe for some reason the emails aren't going to the right email. So
Yeah, that could
I'll
be.
contact them and then
If
I'll get that sorted.
Yeah, if you just want to put in an email to billing@smrtsystems.com, then that will go directly to them, and it'll open up a ticket with them, and then they can make sure that they have the correct email on file for you. And if there is an issue, they can contact QuickBooks to, see, hey, why is this, automation not working for this particular person?
Okay, you said billing@smartsystems.com.
Yep.
All right, sounds good. I'll shoot them an email and see what happens.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. And Mark.
While we're on the subject of billing, I do have that similar issue where it's unclear what I'm being charged for. I'm on my credit card. I can see Smart has charged me a few $100s. But then I received an email from Smart Billing, and both of them say 0. And it doesn't really say anything in addition to that. Like, you know, the details that you were mentioning, it should say like, this is for Twilio, this is for marketing. The email itself should have that breakdown, right? So if your bill is $500, 300 of it was for how many stations you have, and 200 of it was for Twilio, right?
Yeah, for the smart portal that you guys get, it should be detailed on there whenever you hit print on it. But
Sure,
as
sure.
for I'm not familiar with what the actual QuickBooks invoice is, or
Yeah,
what it displays, because one should show what is due, and then one should say what is paid and owed. Um,
sure.
so it should be
All I
two
see is what
different
is due,
documents.
unfortunately. Yeah, it's only one document. In terms of the email,
Hmm.
unless I'm mistaken, I have 2 emails and they both just say due 0. But again, like the last person was mentioning, you know, going from this email notification to quickly jumping to my portal, is
Hmm.
there's a big gap of disconnect where I'm like, I have no idea how to
Yeah.
get to my portal. I have no idea how to see my accounting. I have no idea how to see my billing. Then I have to call you guys and ask, hey, I got charged XYZ. And you say, oh, that's just for your stations. And it's like, oh, okay. That could have been answered much faster, you know,
Yeah, I agree.
by way of just clicking and seeing my portal, which you're saying there's a lag right now. But even the email itself can just contain that. The invoice itself can just contain that and say, this is, you have 12 stations, you got X number of API requests, you know, and this
Hmm.
is what it was.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think all of that is
Fair.
would be a great method to one, decrease call volume, and two, decrease
Yeah, there you
decrease
go.
pain
It's
points for our
it's for
customers.
you
So
guys, yeah. For you,
yeah,
same points for you guys, for your staff.
yeah,
All
right.
right, thank you.
Yep. All right, let's look. Looks like we got Aaron.
He's letting you on.
Hey,
Hey,
guess you can't see me. Let's see how to fix that. Kind of it still feels new to me, this whole online stuff. So apologize, but
no, you're
I
good.
mean, we've had it for a good 5 years now, I suppose. Anyways, I had a question. You know, a lot of my questions today obviously have to do with marketing, and I wish there was a kind of, I did do the onboarding with marketing. I can't remember the guy's name that I did with, but it's the marketing platform is pretty complicated, and it's pretty easy to make mistakes, and we don't use it honestly like we should be, because we're afraid that we're going to make a mistake and send out some, you know, discount to people that backfires. And that fear is causing, you know, it's expensive to have that fear too, because we're not utilizing the capabilities of that program. I don't know if there's different levels of marketing, or I remember Smart used to send out like suggested marketing for, like, you know, uh, holidays and whatnot. And I don't know that, I'm sure that's still there. I'm not seeing it like I used to, but uh, um, what is the best practice? What am I doing wrong here? Where can I make this get better for me or for our company to make sure that we're using that properly to its full extent?
Yeah. So the basic campaigns, like the ones that are templated and in Smart, those are actually set up to just turn on. Like you don't actually have to touch them.
Okay.
The reason to touch things, there's a couple things that Tony would have gone over with you in the onboarding, which is for your coupons, do you want any specific departments excluded? That way coupons don't apply to like wedding or rugs, things like that. You know, on the coupon side, you just want to make sure those coupons are set up the way you want.
Okay.
And then on the campaign side, literally the buttons, if you toggle it on, it will just work. And the changes some people make is if they want to exclude certain kinds of customers from campaigns, like let's say statement customers. And in that case, you're setting up a KPI for your exclusion list, which is like, I don't want it to go to these routes, or I don't want it to go to statement customers. You just make that one KPI and you would just exclude those customers in every campaign. It's not that hard. You just, because our whole system is KPI based and we've already,
So maybe the problem is I'm trying to get too fancy because it sounds like these things are
maybe,
already.
yeah, I mean, it's there for you to play around with and customize.
Okay.
I will say we have a white glove level, which means we will support all of your marketing efforts. And it just means you have to be paying for our 3 core subscriptions. So you're already paying for campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know if you're running reviews with
I
us.
do
So
run
that's, you already
reviews.
got 2 out of 3. The final one is our social media offering, which is social posts 3 times a week. And that's you know, content that we make here in-house and then we push it out. You have a platform, we connect your social media accounts. Do you have a Facebook or an Instagram?
We do, but we don't have a lot of engagement with
Yeah.
social media.
Well, you probably haven't been putting a lot of content. So
Yeah.
if you signed up for that social media, you would get automatically kicked up to white glove.
Okay.
And at that white glove level, we would be so much more involved in your marketing with you.
Okay.
We would help you with all of these changes that you want to make. And you could literally email us with any question you have and say, hey, I want to do this or I want to do that. Can you please do it for me? That way we would give you that hands-on service.
Okay.
Plus you get some extra social media that we don't give to the a la
So
carte.
you do our TikTok stuff and all that as well.
Oh, no,
Just
unfortunately,
kidding.
we're not flying over to your store
Okay.
and taking
Doing
video, but
somersaults
you
for
could
us
take
and
video and we could, give you some advice on how to make it look great.
okay.
And we would do 3 custom posts a month for you. So you could take a picture of your staff, you could take a picture of your store and we could gussy it up for you and put that up for you. So it's a really, really good value for what you get for that price.
And if people decide to try that for, if I made a commitment to try it for 6 months and see
Yeah.
if I think
Yeah,
that
we don't lock you in for a certain amount of time. It's month to month.
okay.
So that is maybe something you'd want to consider just to ensure that you're feeling very supported.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would obviously make it more likely that we are using the full power.
Exactly.
I see the power of all the marketing and stuff, but I'm definitely not using it like I should be. So, and
Yeah.
it is a fear
Yeah.
thing for me. So
Yeah. No,
it's
I
not a
get it.
time, it's not a time thing. I'm sitting on my
Yeah.
couch at home. So, I mean, there's an example for you. So,
Well, let's use your time wisely. But for anyone listening, I do want to reiterate those templated campaigns are meant to work just as is. Like you don't have to really do a lot of futzing unless there's very specific things that you want to do.
okay.
So, but some people do want to make sure that it's, kind of perfectly tuned to their business. And so that's why we offer that white glove.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we
Thank
could
you.
even advise you on how your emails look and
So the ones that are templated, it includes you've picked out a picture that makes the thing, when it shows up
yeah,
on the,
but we always recommend if you have like your own pictures, like your
uh-huh.
own van, things like that. That looks really good in a route email, but everything is set up. All the emails are set up, all the wording is set up, the text messages are set up. It's all ready to go. There's
Okay.
nothing you need to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the good thing.
All right. We'll
Yeah.
discuss it.
Okay, yeah.
And all right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so you're 90% there, 80% there.
All right.
So you're close.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, no problem.
All right, looks like we've got about 8 minutes. I don't know if we have a poll or anything set up still, but we can go ahead and post a poll if nobody has any other questions or comments, issues, concerns, anything like that. And then we can move on with our week. Thanks, everybody.